Hi, Monkyvers. Welcome to the Voice Behind the Sun Diary. Hi, welcome. I miss you a lot. I don't know. I just miss you a lot in this podcast. I feel like it's been a lot going on with my life as well with yours. I hope everything will be fine. Everything will be good. And I don't know. In general, just spirituality is like nice here. And yeah, thanks for being here a lot. I miss you a lot. So yeah, today we're gonna talk about taking a break is good, dividing like tasks, music, it's okay to take your time, how musicians work, and how actually, everything in this life work in general. And I don't know, I just want to came here, say some stuff. Oh, we're not talk about also about OnlyFans, my thoughts and some experiences of people trying me to be in this type of industry, but they couldn't do. But we're gonna spell the T. Like I've been telling that on Twitch, and also I will give you some recommendation about sexual music, but not more sensual and like calm music to calm you down. I'm gonna talk about pharmacy stuff and just a bunch of things that I'm really, really excited for to talk about. So welcome to the Voice Behind the Sun Diary. Take a seat. Dun, 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 the Voice Behind the Sun Diary. Okay, first of all, do you like the background? I've been working on my camera a lot, like a lot. I've been figuring out my camera. I finally figuring out, it's like the look, it's quite different. I'm also on the mood to talk about these things. And first of all, we're gonna talk about the wedding tasks, all the things. And I've been like a girl that loves to do a bunch of things, loves to tarot readings, loves to do music, loves a lot of things. But really, I was splitting all over and really was taken out because the only person who is in charge is me. Podcast, tarot, things, and blah blah blah. Even ASMR. And I've been wanting to focus on music. I've been saying this so many times, but people usually when I feel like I was doing music most of the time, I didn't also realize what I can do with music or something. I didn't figure it out yet, but I just knew that I would love, to do this thing of like music therapy, because I feel like in the industry of music there is a lot of people that really can actually have a sense of care or even healthcare. Just they promote stuff like healthcare, but when it comes to music they don't promote as well. And that with this, I'm not saying that you need to judge all the type of genres of music. I'm just saying that for me, I feel like I need to take my time to realize what was like my purpose, or like the thing I feel more comfortable with right now, and just get into it. So first of all, how I knew was like kind of crazy to say, but not too, I remember working for my auntie, and I was teaching my cousins English. They were paying me, everything went well, everything was smooth, everything went well, okay? So when I was teaching my students English and my cousins, there was a moment where one of my little cousins that I was not teaching was really sad and like angry. I don't know, just like they're really sad and just missing my auntie because she was going to work or something like that. She was going on. And I remember just me playing the guitar and she was like sleeping, and I feel like it happens like instantly without even thinking, and I feel like that helped her to sleep, and I feel like that was my thing. So then I like kind of started to think about like what you actually want and all of that. So then I get into this of like sleepy songs, because I try to do many genres. I'm gonna still play and have fun with all of this type of music, that I can have or something like that. But I start to feel like I need to take this seriously with, music. I've been studying by my own. I've been taking a course of like music, but this gonna be when I end. When I finish, I'm gonna talk about it, how was my journey. But that was it. What I decided to take in another direction, just been focusing music for like monthly. Just once a month I'm gonna do podcasts, start reading, say some more, and these type of things. But I'm going to enjoy really a lot, because I've been also having my human design, that it's basically about me and all of these things, and in general about me, the way that I manifest, the way that I work, the way that I am in general. So I feel like that was really helpful. By the moment I was, into wanting to figuring out myself, the way that I could manifest. And for you that don't know how to manifest, I will highly suggest you search your human design so that you can see if you can manifest in a way, because everyone manifests and say new things in a different way. My way of manifesting is different for everyone, so I feel like it's working. I don't know, you can tell, but I'm really excited for it. And yeah, I was so excited, and it was hard to me that leave this kind of package behind, but I feel like I've been really excited for this week that will come up soon. And the thing of me is that I'm impatient with myself, but I'm patient with others, like in the sense of like, I don't know, but I'm really impatient for like, when is gonna happen this, gonna happen that, like when you're gonna finish. Especially when I work out, I'm like, speed it up, doing fast and all of that. So I feel like it's definitely a me thing, not as the another person's thing. So I don't know, I just want to say that out loud. But anyway, oh my gosh. Also, I've been changing my major of pharmacy, and let me tell you, it's the best major that I can ever pick. Is the best major. I just need to memorize and just remember all the terminology. And if you are not familiar with terminology, a lot of these words that come of like in the healthcare background, it's like being homosexual. It's a terminology that person or someone who feels the same attraction for someone, or calculators, yeah, that it's about the teeth, that is teeth and not good conditions, or even cardiology, a study of the heart for healthcare conditions. And things like that are just my thing. I feel like it was not to me like to say, but my mom even tell me that I have things for like study this, but it's because I'm over anxious about someone. When I like someone, or when I'm into someone, or whatever it can happen, I notice that I'm a mom for for them or for her, in the sense that I really, I really am worried about you. I really am worried about your healthcare. I'm really worried about how you can feel. I'm really worried how it can help you. And that is a me thing. So when I've been studying pharmacy, I'm just picturing the person that I will be with, just having these things and just motivate me. Just picturing someone that I love a lot, and just picturing them having these healthcare conditions and trying to find a cure. So in that way that I can remember better. So that is my tricks. I've been juggling with my career, didn't finding my way for a longest time, but I feel like it's okay to try new things, and don't feel bad to pick another major, because to me it was the hardest thing of like, but I want to end to become entrepreneur, but it's really not working out. And all of my students and people, or I don't know, I just feel like there was a lot in my plate. And what made me change my major was the way that some teachers and me, not most of all, but some of them were more like, they want to play the song of like play day, like teachers pad up for Melody Martinez with me, and I really was not up to do that. Like, I really was not up to. There were some students that were dealing with that, but I was not up to do that, because I have my values. So I mean, like, yeah, you know what, this is not my thing. And I feel like for you it could be also helpful to know that, of like, because when you change your major, people, or even like me, parents could be talking about, oh my gosh, why did you change your major, oh my gosh, why did you do that? But it's like, it's fine. You can do that. I mean, as long as your parents love you, it's okay. And if you maybe want to pursue just one career, will suggest you that look for your parents and look for you and picture yourself in a career, and also take other people and meet the teachers that you're gonna probably study, because that is gonna affect in the way that you learn. I was so excited, but I would have been like, I actually am not into, but yeah. And my topic for this, the core topic, was about OnlyFans. And that was a topic that I've been wanting to do for, I don't know, like since I was 18, I've been wanting to talk about, but I feel like I didn't have the knowing to talk about it, because I was needing a year or two to actually search about it, and I didn't have an idea until like someone on my DMs like sent me a message of like, this girl, we're making a lot of money just for OnlyFans, and she was having, first of all, 1 million of people following her by the moment that I had 17, like probably 17, like 18, like I turned 18, like was freshly young at the time, whatever. And this girl was like bougie, having a lot of things, whatever. And to me, I was like, so she has a nice body. I also have a nice body. I mean, I've been working on my body for a long time, but essentially it was just no. But why she have a lot of followers is because this man commented to me that, well, whenever person that follows her, she's gonna send a picture of her not wearing, you know what I mean? So by the time it was like, okay, I'm not actually into, so that was the first thing. But what was like most oldest like experience that I had back in the day was when I had like 15 or 16. I can't remember the time, but I had like 15, and I was getting into ASMR channels and all of that back in the day. And there was this Mexican girl that does these things, whatever, and she introduced her friend that make her OnlyFans account. And I was watching her, and she was saying that her friend convinced her to do these things. So there were like a lot of people that were doing these things, and she kind of allows that. But then the girl that convinced, that was her friend that convinced another girl to do the OnlyFans thing, people were sharing, like, I'm not kidding, people in the internet is weird, but they were literally sharing all their content, all their media, social media, and Telegram. And there is a lot of people that were like doing that. There is a lot of people. And to me, even though more a while ago was the other experience where these things of like these type of videos that people should be wearing a little bit more, like, what I'm talking about, like peak content, to put in code. Okay. And I've been literally just wanting to chat with people that were like into music. I was not into that. And was this group chat of this singer, and a lot of people were sharing this type of videos of like, it will be like a dog video, but no, there was actually a P actress that was doing these things. And I immediately go out from that group chat. I was not able to be in that place again, and just being in that kind of environment, because I didn't feel good at all. So yeah, and so that. But I'm gonna talk about historically how this have a territory into these moments, and how we can like actually like adapt into our days, how the evolution, people that I've been seeing, content that I've been trying to understand how this evolution, because of the and also how this can have a big impact on like things of like videos, musical videos, how women perceive in this industry and just things like that. Because I feel like in music with me essentially that I can say that it means another way for another person, like it would be just me, wearing something, but it could have a different interpretation for everyone. I feel like for the longest time that I've been seeing historically paintings that of girls that didn't have a lot of clothes back in the days, like back in the days historically speaking, were sent to another person to they have a lot of motivation. It would be like someone sending a picture of you wearing like nothing most of the time and just sending another person. So historically speaking was that compared to nowadays and like what was before the era before OnlyFans, I feel like people were sharing this stuff of like pictures and stuff like that. And I didn't know why Facebook get a little bit weird of like this girl saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna post my picture of me wearing, and I'm gonna post if I had this amount of followers." So I feel like, to me, first of all, I'm a sapiosexual and demisexual, and also I like girls, so that is not gonna be related to me. And I feel like I don't waste my money in things that are actually not worth it, because I feel like for the longest time I've been trying to figure out that too. But focusing on again the OnlyFans thing, OnlyFans was created to share like Patreon and stuff, but more in a safety way. But there is gonna be still people that gonna share it, so that is my main problem with these things. Of like, there is gonna be still people that is gonna be sharing, so I don't feel comfortable doing that at all. Even though I feel like all this type of sensual stuff I'm going to share only with the partner I will be with. That's gonna be my rule for me, and her that's gonna be the only rule. So yeah. So how it changed nowadays was like this thing, and I'm gonna talk about for both sides of women, men, and how it's been working, why it's so successful as well. We're gonna do it step by step. I feel like OnlyFans, for what I've been studying for like 1 year and a half, because this was a topic, like I tell you, I feel like there is not gonna be only women on this industry as well on music videos, because I feel like when it comes to doing videos, when it comes to music production, when it comes to doing musical videos, I feel like a lot of girls nowadays, we see that they have this like bikini top, or they're wearing something sensual to kind of make another person feel attracted by them in the musical video. And there's a bunch of rappers that use that as well, of like women doing these things. And until these women feel comfortable, it's okay for me. I feel like everyone should deserve respect. But I don't know, it's like I don't feel genuinely attractive to like seeing someone at first. You have a big, I feel attracted by their mind. But in the sense of like, we don't need to take always a woman just because she's an object. I feel like, because your body is not the same as your soul value. Because I've been seeing girls that were like having this booty yada these things of like they were true have more to put in the plate than just being a body. I feel like for the longest time that I've been seeing girls that were really smart, they do in a good way, but I don't know, the people in society were making them think of like that you need to do something more about especially me. And I don't feel comfortable with that. Everyone should deserve respect, should deserve that, but you don't need to push that at someone. And this could be reflected also in the music videos, in how we women are perceived in a sense. And I feel like it's a misconception to tell a young women, that by doing this content she will be successful, she will do that, she will do this P content, and she will have a lot of attention, she will have a lot of money. she will have a bunch of things and she's not gonna have regrets, because it takes a lot of maturity, a lot of realization, a lot of being really called to be in this intimate space of like you showing these type of things. So there's gonna be people that are gonna blame you, there's gonna be people that are going to show you, there's gonna be people that are gonna be feeling comfortable because they're generally feeling comfortable. And I feel like when it comes to the place of like feeling actual attraction to someone that you know deeply well, that you know spend your time with, you know, whatever, it's quite different than actually pay for something. Because as a demisexual, if I will pay for someone to, you know, please these things to me, I would generally think that it will be fake. I would genuinely think that it's fake. I would genuinely think that they don't care about me and I'm just paying for an apple. I would feel that way. By women not doing these things, by a man doing these things, we don't perceive in the same way. And when we see a woman succeeding, and we see, you know, a woman having these things and all of that, there's people that are actually married to these people that do this type of content. And there is men that have a boyfriend, there's men that have a girlfriend, and there is girls that are with girls and do this type of content for men. And I don't know, addiction, because in the way that I've been analyzing and doing all these things, I've been seeing and hearing, especially from Billie Eilish interview, like how she's been quitting pee since she was younger, and how some men were quitting pee since they were younger, and a way of like recreating this fantasy of like being with someone that you're actually in love with. Oxytocin can be an appeal. I've been seeing that with Canada articles. They don't actually tell you that there is a cure for that. I mean, they're addictive than other stuff, such as dopamine or, you know, certain type of drugs for the side of pharmacy. But we normalize also to, you know, the OnlyFans thing, because it's the same of taking oxytocin, but in a digital way. And why this is more addictive and why this causes you more success in a way, it's because a lot of these people that create this type of content, they make other people feel like citizen. So by consequence, they make you feel more and more and more and more and more addictive to it. So to me, I don't feel icky for, you know, someone do this type of things, because I know that it will not be a war without yin yang energy. There's darkness and light is and peace. So I feel like as much as you want to try to do something, you don't need to always do that. And you should not press another girl to do this type of thing, because I've been seeing blogs of girls, women and women, being in a relationship, and one of the women were pushing another woman to, you know, do this type of content, and she didn't feel comfortable where she, for police, her partner, were doing these things. And at the end of the day, they broke up because her video get viral, you know, for all the people that were sharing it. She was feeling so embarrassed, and it take her mental health issues a lot. And yeah, it was sad. Also for men, that there is this man that does this content, you know, do these things, but in a way that he said, I remember a TikTok that I saw of him, because I've been studying him a lot, and he was saying that, you know, it's good to be successful the way I am, but I feel a certain type of feeling of missing, because don't copy my example. He was basically saying that it's nice to succeed, it's nice to, you know, have this life, but for him was not good, because he feel kind of regret. So if someone is not gonna have this type of regret, or if someone is gonna press another person to do these type of things, it should not be treated in a way that everyone should do it. And just because you have big boobs, just because you have big booty, just because you have the qualities that, you know, you will say it's on and it's really good to have a website like this, or to have this type of accounts, it should not be in a way, you know, to say, you know, loud, to feel and to even show. And even for women that were doing these type of things of like motivation, like of like, because I've been seeing, I don't know, I've been seeing like, I'm not gonna say who, but I've been studying some creators of like motivation stuffs and not videos of like women, putting in a pedestal and being like riches, whatever, riches. And they didn't tell you the truth for what it is, of like, they feel so ashamed and they feel so bad, but they want to monetize. And I feel like that is genuinely cheating, of like you telling other people of like, you need to pursue these goals, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to blah blah blah. But they were genuinely like, it's kind of contradictory, because they're telling, oh my gosh, we don't need to, we don't need to please men, we don't need to be that. But they were actually genuinely doing this type of content, and they were actually in these apps, and they were actually in these accounts, they were actually in these things, but they're actually don't taking the accountability for it. You know what I mean? It's not like you are being fake generally. So I feel like as much as you want to try, as much as you want to keep private, because there is more women nowadays that were telling that, oh my gosh, it's gonna be my secret business, gonna be that, whatever. But actually, there's gonna be people that gonna watch you, and they're gonna think that, oh my gosh, you do this type of content, oh my gosh, you do these things, but you are not showing the true self that you are, because you are only putting in a pedestal, you're putting a mask that is not true, the true you. So it's been hard to understand, and I've been literally just blocking all of these type of accounts, because I feel genuinely off, and I feel genuinely off of that, because I've been seeing a woman that literally said, create your own account privately, create your own thing and just post it. It's not like Instagram. It's not like these things, because girls that were doing these things is not about just so in a way energetically could drain you, because your sexual energy is so sacred to you. And I don't know, but this had double side as well, because it really changed my mind in a way that I've been literally just searching and trying to know and trying to understand better. But there is a lesson that I've been seeing from women that do this type of content, of men that do this type of content for consumers that were women and men, because there's not gonna be only men or only women consuming this type of content. Is gonna be both from different type of sexualities and all of that. So to me, the sense of like knowing that there's not gonna be only women and men was interesting as well. But especially when I know a girl that was from Spain, she was doing this content. She was playing her story why she does this. She was doing because she didn't have money at all, and she didn't know what kind of things she's gonna do or something. And I totally respect her journey, but she made me realize a lesson of like, actually enjoy the content that you could give, actually enjoy the things you're gonna put out in the world. You're not gonna do to please others, you're gonna do for you. And one of the things that I'm going to tell you, for also that I've been studying this in articles I've been seeing of like women and men saying that this girl said about like being a girlfriend online or something. And in this article said that most of the people that reach out to her, women and men, they're actually wanting to find a new type of company. They don't need any sexual thing, they just need company, emotional bond, and they only pay for that. And I'm like, yeah, there's gonna be people, they're gonna do these things, and these were all the jobs that I'm going to remember, in a sense, because I feel like historically speaking, this type of jobs were the only really, really old that people were really paying for it. So I genuinely feel that there is no need of you to show you. And I feel like even to me, seeing the of like Billie Eilish stuff and like her journey and quitting P really inspired me. And there's gonna be a lot of rejection of you when you're trying to quit this type of content, because oxytocin is really, really, really addictive. You need to take at least 1 year or two or even more to even quitting. It's like a drug that it could be so quicker to, like, we're watching for people that are visual. Is really, really addictive. I've been seeing experiences. It's really addictive. But I feel like the message and the kind of point of line of like really appreciate the art for what it is and what it needs to be shown. When I show my body, just show because I want to inspire people to be better. I want to inspire them to work in their bodies. And even seeing Billie Eilish, that she was, didn't wearing seductive or something attractive, and people for like they could call the attention was something about like body image things, but was also to focus her. And for people that want to actually quit, because I know some people are gonna judge me, I understand, but I also see the positive and the bad side. It can relieve the stress, but it's like a drug to me. I feel like, I don't know, to quit this type of content. First you need to work in your body image in the way that you look, because most of the people that were addicted to this didn't actually have a good mental health, like stability, because it will be nice, it will be like, they have this, they can control that and all of that. But I've been seeing people that usually have a bad body image, physically, mentally, they were reaching out for that. People that were having a lot of problems that were reaching for that. People that actually feel lonely but actually don't want to spend the time in self-growth, they actually were reaching for that. So if you want to quit, work on these 3 things so that you can, be on it, actually understand, and actually, find your actual boyfriend, girlfriend, partner in general, because it's gonna be someone for you. I mean, for me, I'm not driven by someone. I mean, I didn't care about acne. I can fix it. I studied pharmacy, cream, treatment, that's it. Fix it. Back pain, treatment, cream, massage, that's it. So it's quicker to me to think about it, because body, it's something changeable, but soul is different. Soul, it's really different from body. So yeah, even for like music videos of women showing their body, I don't shame anyone for showing the things. I mean, for me, watching a woman, moving the back or something, is just a cat moving that. So it's normal. I mean, I've been seeing women showing their body, being like, yeah, it's fine, and I'm not gonna feel attracted at all. I just feel attracted by this soul, you know what I mean? So in a sense, look in the way of like, women can be a beautiful thing, men can be a beautiful thing, humans can be a beautiful thing as well, animals. But in the sense of showing artistically, I'm not having nothing in common of, but in the sense of like showing for other things, unless they actually feel comfortable, you don't need to push another person to positions. And if you have a partner and you work in this type of things, you're not going to push another person. There's going to be people closed mind, there's going to be people open mind, there's going to be people that accept that, there's going to be people that, but there's going to be also, what calling really my attention was that people that were actually married, living, having a partnership with these people that were producing this content, they have a lot dividing the work for the thing, and they were I don't know, acceptive in the fact that they were doing these things. So to me, I'm like, I don't know. And for a sense of pharmacology or pharmacy things, I mean, mentally, it could affect you if you're not prepared, and it could cause you to body image issues, because there's gonna be people that are gonna push you to have a lip BBL or something. There's gonna be people that could push you to do a boob job, but unless you feel really comfortable with you are not feeling worried, and you know about these things of like that I told you, that people is gonna share content, people is gonna take a screenshot, people is gonna be taking a picture from another phone even if it's just one time, and think about it, and yeah, to leave you this episode, and have a little wondering what is my kind of type of content, but in the version of a sapiosexual. It's someone explaining a book, simple. It gets me on, and gets me really on. Anyway, we're gonna talk about music. Okay, Watermark by Coldplay, Skinny Love by Bon Iver, Strawberry Swing by Coldplay, Watermark by Angel, Angeles by Elliott Smith, The Sound of Silence, Simon of Garfunkel, Golden Brown by The Stranglers, Kiss Me by Sixpence None the Richer, Night Call by Kavinsky, Harvest Moon by Neil Young, Vienna by Ultravox. And yeah, that's it, Monkyvers. Why this been affecting my thing, I remember a funny story time that I had to tell you, how I actually knew it was, when it comes to movies, you watch this type of content, I don't know how. But I see this girl, having this funny sparkly time, and I genuinely feel like we're animals having intimacy with each other. And that is my way to see that. I'm sorry, but that is my way to see that. And when it comes to like being a bisexual, I feel like it can be good, I create a bond, I know the person, that's it. But when I'm sapiosexual, I like that someone could be in touch with one topic, really on, and be in tune with one topic or something that it could be smart. And everyone is smart in their own way. I don't know how to swim. I don't know nothing about cars. I mean, I know how to press and turn on a car, but not more than that. And a lot of the stuff that I don't know, like how I can like do a certain type of investment or something, or Bitcoin. I don't know much about it. I mean, I have friends that dedicate their life, but I'm not a fan of it. So yeah, you're smart in your own way. You need to shine the way that you are, and don't forget to always smile and be a good Monkyver. Bye bye. Take care of any music. Yeah. So that was my thoughts about music and all that. Okay, and yeah, I've been coming up monthly, so every month we're gonna have a little update on life. So yeah, take care. Bye bye.